Going welcome to Dave's Watch channel. For this video, I'm going to be talking about this topic, right? Is the dress watch dead? Is the traditional three-hand dress watch dead? Right? And I have experience with dress watches, right? I've owned two Patek Philippe Calatravas. Ultimately, I sold them. Right? I had a 5107G. I had the 5196G, right? White gold. Um, they were extremely, I mean, they're beautiful. They're classic designs, by Patek Philippe. And I'll show you what it's exactly. This was the exact watch that I owned, the 5196G. Ultimately, I sold it. It was a beautiful watch. The movement, wow, the winding mechanism was nothing I'd ever felt. It was just so smooth, so supple. It was a beautiful feeling. But ultimately, I sold it. Why? Because I didn't see myself wearing it very often. Um, I just don't have that occasion. This is not really work attire watch, right? This is cocktail party, formal event, suit tie, bow tie kind of watch. You're in a tuxedo, beautiful watch. And to be quite frank and honest, I think the 5196G, looking back at my video and pictures, it was just a little bit too big for a time only watch. I think for just a time only, like a 5196G, the perfect size would be 36 millimeter. Because it did wear significantly large, right? A watch like the 5107G, that was a very good wearing watch. I think the proportions for the 5107 was a little better than the 5196. All right, let's look for 5106, 5107, or that was a beautiful watch. Still holding strong, right? I had the white gold, beautiful. I do miss that watch, right? Archie Luxury's favorite watch, and I think this was probably his best Calatrava. I like it. I really like it. Um, but yeah, is the dress watch dead? And to be quite honest with you, um, I think so. I think, right, the Saxonia is another one. I think I think the simple dress watch, right, hours, minutes, seconds, like a watch like the Saxonia, I think it's unfortunately it's dead, right? I'll go ahead and say it. I think it's dead simply because firstly they're not cheap, right? They're pretty expensive, and let's face it, we buy wristwatches partly for, right, for recognition, for the validation, and these watches, they just do not have that presence. They're a little bit too discreet. Dare I say it, a little bit boring. Maybe it's a lack of maturity on my part, but what I want when I buy a wristwatch, right? I need it to be a little bit more engaging than just an hours and minutes hands, like the Saxonia, or the Patrimony, right? It's another great example. Right? I just need it to be a little bit more engaging to the eye, or something to do, right? Um, or something like this. I mean, beautiful. I really respect it. I really admire anyone who is, I guess, comfortable with himself to just wear a watch like this and to appreciate the simplicity and the minimalism of this dress watch. But unfortunately, I'm not there yet, and I am aware I'm not there yet at this stage of my life. I think a dress watch like this, a formal dress watch like this, is very appropriate for someone in their 50s, 60s, maybe even 70s. But for a younger audience, right? I think the dress watch is just not very appropriate and applicable to our times, right? We live in a time where it's pretty informal, right? Everything is dressed down. It's starting to get a little bit more casual, which is why Rolex is a lot more relevant And I guess that's the issue, right? The dress watch is becoming irrelevant in modern times, unfortunately. And however, not all is lost, right? If you're looking for a formal dress watch, you're willing to spend the money, I would go for a reverso. You know, a simple reverso, right? Like the tribute to 1931. I have this watch. It's going through a service right now. But a watch like this is perfect, right? Hours, minutes. But why do I like it? Well, because this thing can freaking flip over. It's so cool. Right? Maybe I've got, itchy fingers, or I just need a little bit more interaction, right? And being able to flip over the reverso, it's engaging, right? That's why I'm saying it has to be engaging. Unlike the Calatrava, the reverso, it can do something. It can move around. It does something, right? When you're truly bored, you're looking at the watch, you're admiring its simplicity. It can flip over. And I really appreciate that, right? So go for something like a Reverso as opposed to a Calatrava or a Saxonia or a Patrimony if you're looking for a dress watch. And what's another one? Obviously, the Lange 1. Lange 1, beautiful watch, right? Same thing, this would be considered as a dress watch. Larger size, very appropriate, and it's also engaging. Why I say that? Well, there's a button for you to push to change the date. Very nice feeling watch. I've actually seen this at the authorized dealer. I press the buttons and it feels really, really great, right? So go for the longer one. Go for the reverso. And here's another one, the Breguet Tradition. The Breguet Tradition, right? Another great dress watch, right? So dress watches are not dead, but I think that the simple dress watch, hours, minutes, seconds, I think that genre is dying, simply because they're just a little bit too boring for the amount of money that you're gonna spend, right? If you're looking for a dress watch, well, for myself, I would get something a little bit more engaging, a little bit more interactive, like this Breguet Tradition. I mean, look at that movement. It's fun, right? It's fun. It's engaging, right? It's interesting, right? So there you have it. No, the dress watch genre is not dead, but I think the the simple design, the hours, minutes, seconds dress watch, the classical design, I think that kind of watch is dying, simply because it's too much money for not enough engagement or interactivity. So let me know what you think, right? Let me know what you think, guys, right? Am I the only one? I've given it a shot, right? I've tried to go for the simple Calatrava, but I just couldn't do it. It was just a little bit too too boring. I'm just being open and honest, right? I guess I'm just not there. I'm not enlightened, right? I haven't reached that stage where I can just, all right, forget it. Let's just, I'm done with watch collecting. I'm done with watches. All I need is just to know the time, and I'm just gonna settle for well, I won't say settle, but all I'm gonna do is just, do away with the Calatrava, and that will be it, right? But tell me what you think, right? On another note, how small, what's the smallest size for a dress watch that you think men can pull off today? Because you look at these watches, right? Like the 3919, it's a 33 millimeter diameter watch. Is that too small? Tell me, right? There are some really good deals out there to be had. Complete set, box, papers, everything. Or 3919, for 10,000 US dollars. It's not bad. It's good buying for a Patek Philippe. But is it too small? Is 33 too small? Do you think you guys can pull it off? I don't think I can. I think the smallest dress watch that I can pull off is a 5119, and that's for a 36 millimeter diameter Patek Calatrava. It has superseded the 3919, something like this. Yeah, it's exactly like this, the 5119G. 36 millimeter. I think that's a perfect size for a dress watch. Right? But, but, do you think you could go smaller, guys? Do you think you could go smaller? What's the smallest watch that you can pull off? That you think you can pull off? That you won't feel it's funny? That you won't feel that looks like a women's watch? And that's the problem, right? 33 millimeter watch. It's small. It could easily be mistaken for a women's watch. You go around, hey, why you wearing? Hey, Dave, why you wearing a women's watch? A ladies' watch. Um, I don't know. What do you think? Well, I mean, look at these vintage Calatrava. Is a Calatrava 96. It was 31 millimeter. Now that's definitely too small, and I would say this would now be considered a women's watch. It's the signs of the times, right? Guys, we're getting bigger. It's the food we eat, the hormones that we eat. Our wrists are getting chunkier. Our bodies are getting more stout, just getting heftier. So anyway, let me know what you think, guys. Right? Tell me what you think about the dress watch and the state of that genre in today's world. Okay. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'm out. Bye.